excuse me. Welcome back to the Turfy Show, everyone. My name is Mary, and to my left is my sweet husband, the John Man.
Oh, well, I was getting there.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't do it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How's everyone doing on this fine Saturday night?
Happy Saturday.
I have to warn some people. If Mary gets up and walks away because she's super pissed off, it's not you guys, it's me. Because we're going to talk a little bit about what happened last week. And we'll skip over it if it gets too heated, you know? Just because we just got back from vacation. It was amazing.
Vacation was amazing.
But the beginning, there was some hiccups.
Drama.
Some drama, I guess
We
you
had
could say
some
that.
drama.
We did have drama.
Sorry. Some serious drama.
Yeah, so where do we start? I guess we went to Disneyland
We went to Disneyland
again,
again.
which is like the happiest place ever.
We definitely have the Disney blues.
Yeah, I'm a little sad right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm wishing I was in Disney right now and not a day and a half away from work.
Mm-hmm. Definitely been trying not to think about work.
Like, I don't want to go back. Like,
Me
I'm
either.
gonna be quite honest. Like, I don't want to do it.
Same.
You know, like, I just, fuck, man. That place does not make me happy.
Same. Same.
And I know work isn't supposed to make you, like, completely happy or anything, but fuck.
It sucks to be an adult.
It does.
But if we don't go to work, we can't pay for Disney. So,
Unless we work at Disney.
oh my gosh.
I
I've
mean,
been trying to get you to do that for years.
We could live in cardboard boxes. That's fine.
It's fine.
Just as long as it's big enough for our dogs, that's all we need.
Yeah. Exactly. We just need something big enough for the dogs.
The dogs in a podcast room. That's all we need.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't think I left Disney, like, upset that I didn't get to do anything.
No, definitely not. We got to do everything we wanted to do.
And, like, there was rides that we didn't get to do, but they weren't, like, I wasn't upset about it.
Right.
You know, like
there was nothing pressing.
like spending an hour, like, walking around and taking up the scenes and smells was better than spending an hour online and some of those rides, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then it's hard because, like, they definitely rearranged how you get fast passes and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they fucking run out quick,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
We had fast pass for Guardians, and it was like, do we
Do we eat or do we go on the ride?
eat or go on the ride? And, you know, we chose eating
Mm-hmm.
because we're eaters.
We are eaters. I mean, but we spent some of our time even just sitting on benches, like, watching the world go by.
Mm-hmm. I think that's because we had the extra day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, usually when we're, like, a 3-day
Welcome in.
in park,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of, like, not rush through everything, but we're trying to get
Mm-hmm.
every little ounce of Disney in.
Every moment of it.
Yeah. And we did have, like,
Yeah.
a bonus day, which was nice.
So speaking of our bonus day. So our original plan was to go down to the city my brother lives in. I think I can say cities, right? Like, it's safe. Okay. So we were gonna go down. Okay, so last Saturday, 7 days ago. We dropped the dogs off. The plan was go down, have dinner with my brother, stay the night in the hotel, start trying to get on a flight Sunday mornings because we fly standby. And if you don't know what standby means, basically it's a perk that you get when you're an airline employee. But here's the caveat, because everybody's like, oh my God, this is so awesome that you have this. And it is awesome, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity that we have to be able to do this. But so basically what you do is you show up to the airport, and if there is a seat on the plane, you can fly for virtually free, depending on the airline.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty much just taxes.
Like, pretty, like
airline fees and shit.
Yeah, like, it's cheap, right? So it is cheap enough it's worth doing this. So with all of that being said, we can show up, and if there's a seat on the plane, we get on the plane. Here's the caveat to that. John's been stuck in an airport for 24 hours, and up until this point, I had only ever missed one flight, and John's missed, like, all of them.
All of them.
So it's John. I have decided.
I'm the problem.
John's
it's me.
the problem. So anyway, we look at open seats on Friday, and we're like, oh shit, there's 12 open seats for tomorrow night's flight. Like, fuck it. Like, whatever. We're just gonna get into Disney early and spend an extra day in Disney. Like, we'll just book an extra night at the hotel. Like, even doing all of this, like, even paying the extra money for a hotel in Disney was still cheaper than us buying flights, right? So, like, girl math. Hey, like, even if we buy a hotel, if we get on this flight, we've still saved all this money on flights. No big deal. So we're like, hell yeah. So we're checking it. We're at dinner with my brother, still 12 open seats. We're like, okay, cool. It comes time to go to the airport. There's 10 open seats. Okay, no big deal.
Just drop us off at the airport.
Just drop us off. Like, no big deal. Like, I only start sweating when there's, like, only 5 open seats. That's when I start sweating. Like, we may have to split up. You take this flight. I'll take the next flight. Well, we get to the airport. We're chilling.
There's like 10 open seats still.
Yeah. It gets down to 5 open seats. I'm like, no big deal. Gets down to 3 open seats. I'm like, shit. Gets down to 1 open seat. I'm like, okay, as long as one person's below us on priority.
Like, one of us is going to make it.
Yeah. We're sitting there chatting with this dude where his girlfriend works for the airline we were flying on. And we're like, oh, dude, you'll for sure make it above us. Like, I don't see you not getting on this flight. No big deal. A flight to LA gets canceled. An entire flight crew walks up and takes every standby seat because they're their top priority. So it doesn't matter when they come on. As long as they do it before the doors close, they get those seats.
And there was like fucking 7 of them.
Yeah.
Some shit. Like,
yeah. So they ended up not even taking any other standbyers because at this point they started rerouting customers that were lucky enough to like get off, like figure out that their LA flight was canceled, get in the kiosk line, get a reassigned flight. So 5 of those people were guaranteed a seat because their flight got canceled. And then the flight crew came and took the rest. So even the kid sitting next to us didn't even get on, and he should have got on.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for the flight crew, we probably would have made it. Because they were like, they still had 1 seat left, and they were getting ready to close the damn doors. Like, it was like our turn to be called.
Yeah.
And those fuckers, man.
They made it like nick of time. So then John flips his shit, because, you know, it's tough because you can't say anything. There's no questions asked. You just have to get up and walk away. You just have to be polite. Like, because, I mean, this is a huge perk and you can lose it. Like, it's a big deal. Like, we have to dress a certain way. Like, had to take, like, training videos on how to stand by flight. It's a pretty big fucking deal. So, anywho, John's freaking out. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm on vacation. Like, I know for sure that we could get on the 6:40 from Seattle tomorrow. Let's fly to Seattle. And John's like, I'm not flying to another city to get in there. And so I was like, okay. We're walking past San Diego. I'm like, let's go to San Diego. And he's like, we're not going to San Diego. And I was like, okay, well, let's just sit down, take a few breaths, look at flights. 20 minutes later, John's like, all right, let's go to San Diego. We'll rent a car, drive from San Diego. Well, by this time, San Diego's flight gate, door had closed.
Like, as we were walking up. Plane door closes. Can't get on that flight. Okay. What other options are there? Fly to Seattle, try it out of Seattle the next day. John's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. Like, if we are in the airport all day tomorrow, this is fucking on you. Like, at that point.
And so, I'm like,
I mean,
whatever.
to be fair on my thing, it's like right now I'm already far enough away from Disney. And if I go to Seattle, and like flights weren't looking that great coming out of Seattle either. And then all of a sudden, like I'm even further away from Disney.
The
Like
difference
that was
about
that was my
flying out of
mindset.
Seattle is we can know specifically how many seats. Like we
Yeah.
can we can look.
Yeah.
Like it we can strategize better out of Seattle than we could out of
Hmm.
Salt Lake.
Yeah.
So that was my thinking. So anyway, we get back to we didn't even get back to the hotel. So I am fucking pissed at John because I'm like, you're just being a little bitch. And if you would have just like been like, okay, let's go to San Diego, whatever, like been like just calm down for 5 fucking minutes and thought clearly. I mean, you guys, his entire face went like he had steam coming out his fucking ears and head, and to be fair, we did get like hyped up and excited because like 12 open seats, like that's a pretty much guaranteed get on for a standbyer. Like
Uh-huh.
it's very rare that 12 people are standbying.
Like we borderline booked an extra night of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's just fucking call them. We're gonna make it.
Yeah,
You know, like that way they're ready when we get there.
yeah, 100%.
Like we were
Um,
amping that shit up.
yeah, like we like, be, but it just goes to show you don't know till you get on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, we get out of the airport. I just type in La Quinta into my phone. And then all of a sudden, we're in the car for like 15 minutes. I'm like, are we going to the right place? Because our hotel was only 3 minutes away. And we've been in this car a long time. So either this Uber driver's trying to kill us or I got the wrong hotel. And the Uber driver's like, no, ma'am, you got the wrong hotel. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, you have to change the address for me to take you back. And I was like, borderline, like, just drop me off on the side of the road. I'll call my brother to come get me.
But your brother was like, you should just call to get me. I was staying up for you.
Yeah, I know. And I didn't think he would. I mean, he probably was, but so anyway, we ended up paying $50 for an Uber ride that should have cost 5. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe 15 because the hotel literally was like walking distance from the airport.
Yeah.
I mean, borderline, not really though.
I mean, as
It was a
crow
3 minute
flies,
car ride. 3 minute car ride.
but you know, like walking out of an airport is actually not as easy as you would think.
No,
You just can't walk to an airport.
no, you can't. So anyway, we get to the hotel. It's like midnight ish.
Ish, yeah.
Like 11, 12 at night. This hotel is a typical Mary hotel. We're just going to leave it at that because it was clean, it was cheap,
And that's everything.
and that's everything. So we get to the hotel. So we're like, okay, let's just list out every option we have out of Salt Lake City tomorrow and let's make a game plan if we have to split up. Like, okay, if you get into San Diego, you rent a car or get on the train. I'll try to get into Santa Ana. If I get into Santa Ana and you can't get into San Diego, you go into LA. Like we like literally like wrote it all out and was like, what's our best option?
So like the reason we wrote it out is because our original plan was to actually leave Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started looking at loads because a flight got canceled. And now all of a sudden, every single flight that we were going to get onto is now fucking booked completely.
Like the ain't nobody getting on standby.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even a flight crew.
And
maybe a pilot.
Maybe. And like when we looked at it like the day earlier, it was
Wide
pretty
open.
wide open, like all day wide open. But now all of a sudden there's nothing. So now we really have to like figure out like how in the hell are we gonna get to Disneyland?
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, and we're looking Ontario, Santa Ana, Long Beach,
Burbank,
and LA, and all of those are fucking completely full. So we're like, okay, let's circle back to San Diego. And so I Googled, I was like, how to get to San Diego from San Diego to Disneyland. I'm like, shit, there's a train that's super affordable, like way cheaper than Ubering, way cheaper than renting a car. So we're like, okay, we're going to fly into San Diego.
which was like 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Oh, yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning. We had to be at the airport at like 4 a.m. Well, no, because we got the shuttle at 4:30. So we got a shuttle from our hotel at 4:30, got on the flight to San Diego, booked the train ticket,
And it was like barely get on the flight to San Diego too.
Yeah, that was barely. So again, we had a Uber fiasco. John looked up the address, and it took us
to the train. So I Googled the address to where the train station is, right? I've never been here before. Like, I don't know.
I've never been in I mean, I was in San Diego.
I've never been to this train. So I looked up the train. I looked at the name of the train. And one would think if it's on Google, that's usually where the train station's at.
So
I was like, oh, Mary, type this into your Uber. So she did.
So I did, and I'm asking people as we're coming out of the airport, because I'm like, our time is very limited. Like, we don't make this train, there's not another train for 2 hours, or we take an Uber, which will be hella expensive, or we rent a car, which now we're not at the airport anymore, so that's not really an option. Like, it's kind of like, okay, this has to go correct. So I get in the Uber, and I'm like, is this the train station? And the Uber driver's like, I don't really know. And I was like, okay. So we're going, and we show up at this fucking warehouse, and we're like, where are we? And she's like, I don't know. There's a train station downtown. And so I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Take me back downtown then, you dumb bitch. I didn't say that.
Like, we kind of asked you, is this the address to the train station?
Mm-hmm.
And she just said, I don't know. And then as she's driving, it's like, I don't know if there's a train station over here. It's like, we asked you
about the train station.
Like, we're like, hey, we need to go to the train station.
Yeah. So then we're like, hey, take us to the one downtown. We re-Google it, and we're like, hey, take us here. And she's like, okay, here it is. So our train was at 10:01. We were getting out of the Uber at 10. I go up to the guy. I'm like, are we in the right place? And he's like, yeah, but you better run. They're closing the doors, girl. So we have our luggage. We're like literally both have backpacks. I'm fucking running, like movie style, running across the train tracks, like waving down the conductor, like, don't leave me. Don't leave me. And the guy's like, you need to hurry, ma'am. But it's like, we see you. We're going to wait for you. And John was like barely fucking coming. I was like, you better fucking run, you stupid motherfucker. Like, well, I was like freaking out.
I was like right behind you.
I probably haven't moved that fast in my entire life.
No, I was like, shocked the fuck out of me.
So
Mary could run.
No sleep, no caffeine. I really haven't ate in almost 48 hours at this point. Like, we had dinner with my brother, but I didn't really eat too much. I guess you ate all your food.
Yeah.
But I hadn't ate 24 hours before that either. So in 48 hours, I had half a meal.
Well, we had whatever we had at the spaghetti factory.
Mm-hmm.
And the night before that, we had
a slice of pizza
slice of pizza each.
And I didn't eat breakfast or lunch that day.
And lunch I had, I think, pizza. So it wasn't like we were eating a lot.
Plus, we got like 2.5 hours of sleep.
Oh, yeah, it was fucking terrible.
Which we didn't even sleep in the same bed that night because I was just so pissed at John that
I don't even think we talked to each other. Like, after we got back, after we had a game plan of how we were going to fly to get there, we were just like, fuck you.
Yeah, don't fucking talk to me.
Yeah.
And then he pooped in the toilet. And I was even extra fucking mad because I was like, I was going to brush my teeth, but I guess I'm not now. Let's go. Our shuttle's here. So, no sleep.
I mean, at least it wasn't on the floor.
That's true. No sleep. No food. I did have a coffee at the airport, which took 45 minutes for me to fucking get. And I about lost my shit then. Oh, man. I was like, that Starbucks.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
And then I threw away half my coffee because it was time to board, and I don't like boarding with a cup of coffee. And, like, if I only have one bag, I can do it. Or if, like, I don't know, it's too fucking much to have an open drink with your luggage and trying to get in your seat. And we're the last to board.
And it's like, our hands were full.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, anywho, we take a train we get on the San Diego flight. We barely make the train with 1 minute to spare. We don't know where we're going. Thank God the train had like free snacks for business class, which I booked, which we didn't find till the last minute, and they were gross snacks, but they did have like a concession place. So that was nice. Took a couple hours, and it was really a cool ride up the coast. Like, I would do that again if that wasn't our only option to get into Disney again.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really nice train ride.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed myself. Well, I enjoyed that I was like actually like heading towards Disney, and I feel like it was
Like
like
we were making progress.
we were finally making progress somewhere. We're not going opposite directions of where we need to be
Yeah.
going.
Oh, and we drove the 3 hours to Salt Lake City too.
Yeah.
So, anywho, we finally make it to Disney. We get an Uber. We actually made it to the right place this time.
Mm-hmm.
But this Uber driver, this was fucking wild.
Yeah.
Whew.
Mr. John.
So this guy, like, will not talk to me. Like,
At all.
refuses.
And you
make
were trying to be
conversation.
nice and polite, and
Yeah.
he'd be quiet, and then he'd have something to say, and he'd be like, Mr. John. I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is weird. Okay.
And you guys may think John's a talker, but he's not.
I am not. I'm not a talker.
So it's normally me, like, I mean, John will talk in the Uber if, like, there needs to be some, like, ping pong and, you know, like, he'll be courteous. But this guy refused to. And then he proceeded to tell my husband, John, this guy that's with me.
Yeah. He's like, Mr. John.
I don't even know if I should even say what this guy told you.
Well, okay, in a very nice way, he pretty much told me I needed multiple wives, one that could pretty much clean up after me and cook me dinner, one to have sex with, and one to watch over the kids.
That's basically what he said.
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
And then
like,
he told
right.
John to source them from Thailand and the Philippines.
Yeah. He's like, those are the best wives.
Yeah. And I was like, what?
Okay.
Like, I don't know. It was a weird experience. So anyway, we get dropped off at the hotel. And we're like, okay, it's 1:00. Well, do we even try to get into Disney? And we're like, okay, well, while we were on the train, we got food delivery to the hotel. The hotel thankfully got us to check in early. The bellhop was a trip.
Yeah, it was.
He like took me to the room without John, and then he didn't think the room was clean enough, so he had the head maid come check my room. And in the middle of this, John shows up. The whole room's like they open all the dressers and all the doors, and like, I don't know. It was a fucking weird experience.
I think it didn't get like the sign off or something like that. So
Okay.
like usually at the hotel where we're at, they clean it and then they get like a sign off sheet pretty much of like, hey, this was checked and cleaned, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, okay.
And he was freaked out because there wasn't a sign off sheet. So they made him come in and check and make sure everything was.
Okay. Which I mean was super nice. He like definitely got like really great service. He unloaded all my groceries too. He's like, "You want me to put your stuff in the fridge?" And I'm like, "No, I can put my stuff in the fridge. It's okay. I'm okay."
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. And then like he stood there for an awkward amount of time visiting with us.
It was like if you guys have ever seen Home Alone, which I'm sure all of you guys have. Everyone has seen Home Alone, right? It's like when Rob Schneider, the bellhop, he just sits in the room awkwardly and like holds out his hands for a tip.
But I had already given him the money.
I know, but like that's how it was. It's like he was just sitting there waiting for something. It's like, okay, our luggage is done.
I gave you money.
I gave you money, like
probably too much money, if I'm being totally honest. But I'm an over tipper, so it's fine.
So we're like, what are you still doing here?
And then he's like, if you need anything, my personal cell number's on that card. And I'm like, okay, sir. I probably won't call you for anything. And he's like, nothing? I was like, no. He's like, well, what if you need towels? I was like, we won't.
It's like, we'll hunt down a cleaning lady.
Yeah, like, it's fine.
I don't know.
It was a weird experience.
Well, I didn't see him like the rest of the trip. Like I figured he'd be fucking running around with his head cut off.
Me
you know?
too. I'm like, okay,
just fucking
we'll see
knocked
this guy
on
all
every
the
single
time.
door to see if everyone's okay.
I did too. I thought it was gonna be like that. I thought he'd check in on us.
And then he was just like gone. It's like, do you even fucking work here, bro?
I don't know.
He did. He did work there.
He did work there. But... So then we're like, okay, whatever. So we walk over to Disney. Well, and yeah. So walk over to Disney, get in.
So this is like bonus day now. We have now officially entered bonus day, which we were gonna get on Sunday, get groceries, do all the things, and then like, maybe go to downtown Disney and eat and do that stuff. But the way the last couple days were just like, fuck it, we're going in.
Well, there was like this whole conversation. It was like, okay, if we have to pay for a 1-day ticket, we're not going to go in. But if they can
Yeah.
add it onto our multiple day ticket, we'll get in. And then we go up to this lady who freaking was amazing. And basically took our phones and made it happen and made it affordable for us because she was able to tack it on to our package that we already had.
And she gave us half-day passes.
And she gave us half-day passes and like just all this stuff. Like really it was like
She could tell that we were having a bad couple days.
I was like, oh my gosh, you like changed our trip around. We really struggled getting here. I just appreciate you. So, then we did the whole Disney thing, which we're going to circle back to the Disney thing. But I want to talk about all of our traveling, like all in one segment.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, so like speaking of Ubers, so we got like a couple days later, we wanted to come in through the opposite side of downtown Disney, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we addressed it. It was the right address, granted. But like our Uber driver was aware enough to know, it's like, hey, that's not where you want to get dropped off at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to circle around, take you over here because it's way better to walk in.
The only
here.
problem, he didn't tell me that. And I'm like looking all around. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm really turned around. Like, I'm really lost. And at this point, I have been in 2 Ubers that I was taken to the wrong place and a third Uber that I was just fucking weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so by the time I get to this guy, I'm like, did I put in the wrong address? Like, what's going on? I'm really turned around. Like, and I had double checked, triple checked the address. And the guy's like, oh, but we were like having nice conversation with him. Like, he actually was like chatty and we were having a great time in the car. And he was like super nice about being drove to downtown Disney because John was not nice about me wanting to be drove over there. It's pretty far. It's pretty far, right? Like, if we had went that way, like walked that way.
Oh, I wasn't gonna walk all the way around.
Yeah, but I wanted to start at that entrance.
Well, I could see that, but
And
I just didn't understand why we couldn't like start it.
Because I wanted to start at that entrance.
And that's fine.
Anywho,
Which is kind of a bummer because all the construction that's going on.
Yeah, so I kind of didn't get to do what I wanted to do, but it's fine. And he was like, "Oh no, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I should have told you. Like, you actually want to get in here, not where you put." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Thank you so much." So, yeah.
And now that we're on traveling, our traveling adventures were not over there.
No.
So the thing is, we still had to fly back home.
Yeah. And John didn't want to get up at 7:40 in the morning.
No. That was 5:30 in the morning, which means we had to get up and leave the hotel.
No, the flight was at 7:40.
No, there was a 5:30.
Okay, well, whatever. He didn't want to take the ass crack of dawn flight, which is
There was
fine.
a 5:30 and a 7.
It worked out, so we're not going to fight over this.
Yeah. I definitely didn't want to do the 5:30.
Okay, well, nonetheless, we get up. That Uber ride was pretty uncommentable. Like, I don't even remember that Uber driver.
Nah, he was just a driver.
Okay.
Which sometimes that's how I prefer it. Just fucking drive me to my
Just
location.
get me where I'm going. And he got us there. I remember him being a good driver.
Yeah.
Like, there was traffic. Anyway, so we get to the airport. It's not looking good. Right.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, okay, we're going to have to split up.
Like, it's definitely going to be a split up day.
Yeah, like, Rochambeau to see who goes first.
So, just a little bit of a caveat. So, the night before, Mary was having a little bit of eye problems.
Yeah, I was
and then woke up with, like, super eye problems. Had to take her contacts out and everything. So, she's a little cranky.
Yeah.
So.
Like, I can barely open my eye. It's really fucking hurting. Like,
and we'll talk about that a little bit later.
I was, like, semi-scared. I was getting pink eye. I wasn't sure. So it is what it is, and John's a little bitch about flying and seeing an airport, so I'm like, you go, it's fine, like, I'm gonna be less dramatic about this, I'll take the next flight, no big deal, you just get our dogs and go home, and I'll fucking figure out how to get from Salt Lake to Idaho Falls.
Yeah, so that was, like, the plan, because, like, flights weren't looking good, like, all day.
Yeah,
all day they were
for sure
rough.
we were gonna have to split up no matter what.
So we're sitting there, like, I'm looking at loads. I was like, shit, man. Like, pretty much every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes I look, like, there's another person that booked. There's another person that booked. Another person that booked.
then the pilot comes up and is like, how's it looking? And the gate agent's like, you have enough fuel for booked passengers, but not enough for standby passengers.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're like, fuck. Like, none of us are getting on.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that everybody that's ahead of us on this flight is going to beat us out on the next flight. Actually, the next 2 flights.
Yeah, so like the plane had a little bit of issues. The APU was out. And usually when like the APU's out, there's like a weight limit or restriction, or they need more fuel or something like that. And it's already been fueled up. So pretty much like they're not going to get refueled at that point. So they kind of have to, they can't go, usually in that type of situation, you could call like the head person and be like, hey, this is my weight. Am I allowed to go over by 1,000 pounds or whatever with the weight and the fuel and the problem with the airplane that there is?
So pilot is cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bust
I did
his
notice
balls.
one thing though.
Huh.
He had a hole in his shirt, and I was like, like, I don't know why I noticed that, but I was like, huh, you have a hole in your shirt.
What did you do last night?
Yeah.
Were you trying to get one of those standbyers on for
Yeah.
a reason? No, I doubt that because it was like grandma and grandpa. So pilot's like, no, refuel us. And like John's panicking because he's thinking the pilot's like trying to figure out something wrong with the plane.
Well, there was.
Well,
but I just didn't know what was wrong until like I overheard like
Mhm.
a little bit later.
Mm-hmm. So we get called up and they're like, okay, for sure, only one of you are getting on. Like, are you guys splitting up? And I'm like, yeah, we're splitting up. Take him. I'll try to get on the next flight. And she's like, listen, I don't want to get your hopes up, but I have one seat that the person has not showed up for. We close the gates at 5 minutes after. I have to give him until 4 minutes after. If he comes running at 4 minutes after, I have to give him the seat.
Mm-hmm.
But if at 4 minutes after I cancel his seat and give you that ticket, it's yours. So I have a flight attendant up there with me. I had the pilot come up and like checking, and it was like 3 minutes after, and pilot's like, listen, I'm ready to go. Just give her the seat. Like, get her on the plane. Let's go.
Dude's late. That's his fault.
Yeah, basically. And he's like, even if he got through security right now and was running, do you guys see anybody running? No, nobody's running. Let's go. I literally made this plane within 30 seconds of the door closing.
Well, I saw, so by that time, like I already booked Mary's next ticket and I sent it to her, confirmation, everything, for the next flight out. I didn't get like a response back from her or nothing. And then all of a sudden I see Mary like on the flight. I was like, fucking Christ, that was cutting it close.
Yeah. And so, and I'm up there talking to her and she's like, I'm so sorry, I would give this to you now if I could, but regulation. I'm like, no, ma'am, like, you got to do your job. I'm not going to yell at you, like nothing. Like, even if he comes running right now, I'm just going to walk away, maybe cry for a second.
Yeah.
And then you'll see me in 20 minutes trying to get on the next couple flights. Like, it's okay. Like, you got to do your job. And even the like ramp agent was like, let's just put her on the plane. And then if he comes, we'll pull her off. And the gate agent's like, I'm not going to do that to her because I do not want to put her on that plane and then him show up.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's okay. I'm fine. So at this point, like, my adrenaline's rushing. I'm trying not to look around. Like, I'm just like trying to stand there and listen for footsteps and stay calm and collected. I'm shaking. I finally get on the plane and I have so much adrenaline and excitement running through. The only place to put my bag on the plane is above John's head. So
which was crazy.
And I'm like all these things are going through my head. And the flight attendant's like, okay, let's get your bag up there. And I'm just like standing there staring at her. Because John's right there, right? So, like, I'm expecting him to get up and put my bag up.
So that was like slow motion to you.
Okay.
For me, it was like really quick. You're like, you came to me, you put the thing down, and then like I was starting to get unbuckled, and the flight attendant was like, do you want me to put that for you? Like, because I will. And you're like, no. And then you were like, oh shit, this is my husband right here.
Yeah.
By the way.
I was like, and so it was like just a weird thing. She didn't know that this was my husband. And I was just like standing there waiting for him to put my bag up. And she's like, she doesn't know that my husband's right there. And she's like, do you want me to put your bag up? I will. And I was like, oh my God, no, I got it. This was my husband. Like, I'm so sorry. It's out of habit. I was not trying to be rude. Like,
And it was like that was like super slow motion for you, but for me it was like seconds because like
oh yeah, no, it
I'm,
felt like 10 minutes went by.
yeah, I'm trying to get my my seatbelt unbuckled and like I'm in the like the row seat or the aisle seat and the little fucking thing doesn't pop up, which I hate.
Mhm.
But anyway, so I'm trying to get around that and you put your thing down, you're just like staring out like
Like, I don't know.
and then the flight attendant speaks. I was like, no, like I'm getting there.
I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, this probably seems so rude to you, but this is actually my husband. Of all the places for my baggage to be. And then it all happened, and then I got to my seat, and that lady probably was like, yeah, sure, that's your husband. Like, because it was so fucking awkward.
Well, then everyone else around me was like
Confused.
confused. It's like, why the fuck is your wife sitting way over there?
Why is your wife the last person on the plane? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is happening
Why
here?
did you get on before her?
Yeah, like basically. So then my lady that I go to sit with thought she wasn't going to have a seatmate. And then she's like, oh, okay. Like, you know, she's settled in. The fucking airplane door's about to close.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks the plane's delayed because of me at this point.
And it took off on time.
Yeah, no, we took off on time. But, you know, like when you're just sitting waiting to take off.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that person. And then at this point, my eye, like once all that adrenaline, like, calmed and I was like, okay, I'm good. Like once they closed that gate and we pushed off, I was like, thank you, Lord, baby Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whew, that was a close one. I was like, I just won the lottery.
Yeah.
Like I literally felt like I fucking won the jackpot is how I felt. Like just like, okay, I can breathe, get myself buckled, it's okay. And then I'm like, fuck, my eye. It's like, I'm starting to calm down. My eye hurts. Like, I can barely look at the light. And so I closed my fucking shade. And the lady sitting next to me is like, do you mind opening that? I like to look out. In my mind, I'm like, you fucking cunt.
It's like, you should have sat here.
You should have chose a window seat. But I'm not allowed to, like, I can't even be mean to passengers. I mean, like, in extreme, like, if a passenger hit me or something. I would
have been like, do you want to change seats?
Which we were already like, we were in takeoff, or I would have.
Yeah.
And so I was like, sure. And I just put my sunglasses over my glasses and closed my eyes. And then about mid-flight, I was like, I can't fucking do this. Close this. And I hear her go, and I'm like, so then when we landed, I made sure to be like, oh yeah, I slept with my contacts in and I'm really light sensitive right now. And she wanted to be all chatty with me. I'm like, don't fucking chat with me, you fucking dumb bitch.
Which we flew on like it was the new Airbus, the A220. It's somewhat new, and those fucking engines sound like whales,
Yeah,
like orcas or some shit in water. It is fucking crazy.
it is crazy, and I didn't know that it was supposed to sound that way. So I was kind of panicking the flight. I'm like, bet John's having severe anxiety. You know, he's had coffee this morning. We haven't ate. It's a theme. And I'm sure you were kind of panicking too about leaving me and then not getting on the flight and all the things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then the plane's making sound, so I'm like, I bet John's having a fucking severe panic attack back there.
Yeah. No. I mean, it was a pretty smooth flight, which I'm happy for. Except for I was watching like the tracker, right? Tracks your flight and everything, and like we're getting ready for like descent and the approach, and like we're like okay, and then all of a sudden we're on the ground. I was like, oh fuck, like that was quick. Like you could feel like
we circled around once. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just it was a quick descent for sure because you could feel like you're going, and all of a sudden you drop a couple thousand feet. You're like, oh shit, you know.
Then we get off the plane.
And then I couldn't see out the window. Oh. And all I could see was like the mountains. Oh. Right?
Gotcha.
And like, so I thought I was a lot higher than I was. And all of a sudden we hit the ground. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was kind of a rough landing. Yeah. That pilot was not fucking around.
No, he's like, fucking get us on the ground.
Yeah. So we fucking land in Salt Lake. As we're landing, my brother's calling. He's like, I'm here. Because our plane. And I was like, okay. Day 5 at Disney. I can barely walk as it is. My feet hurt. My eye hurts.
Well, We had 4 days of Disney, but day 5 traveling.
This was day 6 of
Oh,
traveling, of like extraneous travel too. Because the first day we like were running up and down stairs, like all this stuff.
Driving for 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
So we're like literally running through the fucking airport. I didn't even think my body had it in me.
It didn't, because you slept for like the next 2 days.
Yeah. Then we get there, and my brother, like, I can tell my brother really wants to hang out, but I'm like, I can't do it. My eye hurts. I'm tired. I want to get my dogs. If we don't leave now, I'm not going to be able to pick my dogs up. And I don't want to drive back to get them in the morning because they stay at a doggy hotel that's like 45 minutes from our house. So I'm like, no, I have to get my dogs today.
And last pickup is at 6 o'clock.
Sharp. Like, they lock the door. You're done. That's it. If you're late, they stay the night.
Which we paid for the extra day just in case. So it's not like,
it was fine. They could have stayed another night. Like, we had that safety net. But at that point, I was like, I'm ready to be home. My eye hurts. I want my dogs. And we get into our drive to Salt Lake, and John's like, I need you to navigate. And I'm like, I don't think I can. Like, I can't look at this phone right now. Like, my eye is fuckered. And it was hurting. And then we finally make it to where our dogs were.
Well, like, before that, so, like, her eye is progressively getting worse, right? As we're driving. It's a 3.5 hour drive.
I didn't even want to stop to pee because I did not think that I could open my eyes long enough to go to the bathroom.
So, like, 2 hours into the drive, like, Mary can't open her eye. It's, like, fucking closed shut pretty much. She's in excruciating pain. Can't look at any light. Can't look at her phone. Can't do anything. And I was like, bitch, you need to go to a fucking doctor. Like, we have 2 chances to go to the doctor before we get to our, like, where the dogs are at. Like, I will drop you off. I'll go grab the dogs and, like, come right back. You know? We didn't do that.
Well, I was like, no, it's fine. Like, and I thought part of it, too, is that I was just so tired. My eyes hurt. Like, I was just like, no, I just need to, like... When I knew it was bad is when I, like, basically had my eyes closed, stopped walking through when I went to pee.
Yeah.
Like, and I, like, barely made it back to the car. And then where you should have known it was bad, and I should have known it was really bad, I didn't go in to get my dogs.
Yeah.
And you guys
I knew it was bad, but, like, I can't force you to do shit.
I guess.
You know, like, what am I can't force you to go to the doctor. Like, that's... But then again, you're like, I just need some rest. I'll go home. I'll put some drops in.
Yeah, I really thought, like, if I just went home and took a nap, like, I would, like, I thought I just needed to rest. You know, I thought my body was just fucking tired. My eyes hurt. Because I've had light sensitivity before, like, where, like, maybe, like, some gunk's gotten under my contact traveling, and, like, my eyes have been a little sensitive, and normally if I take a nap and wake up, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I took a nap, woke up, and John had the light on in the kitchen. And I started bawling. It hurt so fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
So
we went to the doctor.
We went to the walk-in clinic.
So, like, I went in and I checked her in first, right? Which is weird, you know, checking in somebody else. But Mary, she can't, like, walk very well. At this point, she has a rag on her eye because she can't...
Over both eyes, because I can't even open my left eye, because if light goes in my left eye, it hurts my right eye.
Yeah, so it's just super light sensitive, right? And so I keep her in the car. She has a rag on her eyes. I check her in, and I wait in the lobby, and she's like, okay, you go get your wife. You know, we're ready for you. And I go get Mary, and obviously she has a rag on her eyes. And here I am, like, walking her to the hospital. Like, there's a couple people that, let's just say, look at me, like, really funny. Like, I just beat the shit out of my wife or something.
Yeah.
You know?
And even the nurse was, like, asking all these questions, like, what happened? Because at this point, I'm refusing to take my rag off. I'm like, if you want to shut the lights off, I will take this off.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I, like, straight refusing. I'm like, I physically cannot endure the pain of taking this rag off.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's going through the things and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, the doctor will be in soon. Oh. What pharmacy do you want to go to? And she's like, oh, wait, this is the only one that's open 24/7. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, and I was like, I don't even know what was said, because I was just like, and then I'm assuming she turned to you, because just, this is out. So I still have this rag on my face. And she's like, well, this is the only 24/7 one. And then I did she turn to you? Oh, okay. Well, this is how I pictured it in my mind. And all of a sudden she goes, well, this is the pharmacy I'm picking. It's the only 24-hour one. And she needs medicine tonight. Okay. And
I was just like, okay.
we're like, okay, we're here, aren't we? Like, okay.
That's fine. Like, okay.
Like, okay. Okay. So the doctor comes in, is like, you got to flip yourself over. I'm like, I can't fucking flip myself over. And he's like, ma'am, I need you to open your eyes. I'm like, I'm not taking this towel off, basically. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, you are. So squirts this shit in my eye that numbs it.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord.
But like, as he's opening up your eye,
mm-hmm.
like you could just see your whole body like squirming,
like just tensing,
like, tensing and squirming. Your feet are like trembling just of pain.
Yeah, I was for sure like holding it. Like I was. It took everything in me not to like. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like
those drops helped for a little bit.
They did help for a little bit until I woke up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to die.
Well, it kind of seemed like the antibiotics, because you got prescribed antibiotics from the 24-hour pharmacy.
Got antibiotics.
We went and got them.
And those burned like a motherfucker.
But it kind of seemed like at least the next morning, like after you took them for a couple times.
Yeah.
Like you seem to be doing a
little bit better. Yeah. Like I wasn't in as much pain. For sure.
But the doctor recommended that we go to an eye doctor, like an actual eye doctor. And so we did that yesterday.
And it's a good thing we did.
Yeah, definitely a good thing.
Good thing we did.
She has a contact lens induced ulcer in her eye right now, which is, if you like Google it, like go ahead and Google it, like right now. We'll wait. Just pause the episode. Google it. Like, don't fuck, like, if you have one, Google it so that way you know how serious it is to get to the fucking doctor.
Mm-hmm. And not wait.
Because, like, the shit won't go away on its own. Like, it could get way worse. It could cause, like, vision loss. Like, all of this shit, which I didn't know. Like, I Googled it today. I thought it was just something that, oh, it hurts your eye. Yeah, that sucks. But, I was, like, kind of bored while I was eating. So I was like, I'm going to Google what this is. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, I am glad that you went to the eye doctor.
Yeah.
Because there's a list of shit that could, like, it could cause, glaucoma and, like, all this shit. It can make you go blind.
And in fact, the first thing he did yesterday, he's like, we need to test your vision. Because he, like, looked at my eye, and I could tell he was stressed yesterday, but I just thought it was because he was busy. And, like, he was not happy with me. He's like, I have told you to take your contacts out at night. I don't care that you fell asleep after a long day at Disney. Like, this is serious, Mary. And he hadn't told me I had an ulcer in my eye yet. I didn't fucking know. I was like, okay, sir, I get it. I fucked up. Like, I get it. Like, are you going to be able to make me better? And he's like, well, we're going to do this, this, and this. And he put, like, a whole fucking spew of shit in my eyes and then re-looked at it. We tested my vision. And he's like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 11:45. And I was like, you want me to come back? And he's like, ma'am, you have an ulcer in your eye. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went back today, still not knowing anything about it, because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to Google it. It is what it is. Like, I already fucking know whatever it is. It's bad. And I'm like talking to him. So I come back today and still don't know how bad this is. And he's like, okay, I'm like, and I could tell, like, his whole demeanor was better today. He's like, well, the really good news is that first layer healed. So, like, we're kind of in the clear right now. Like, not in the clear, ma'am, but, like,
progress is being made.
But basically, we can, like, rule out you going fucking blind.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm glad you didn't tell me that yesterday. And then I'm still, like, not knowing how bad it is, right? And I'm like, okay, well, like, do you think I could get refitted for different contacts? Like, I think it might be my contacts that are the problem. And he's like, you're not going to be wearing contacts for a solid 3 weeks. And I was like, okay. And he's like, so we can rebook you in 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay. So still thinking like, okay, this is it. Like, I'm in the clear. And he's like, okay, I'll see you Monday.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
And he's like, oh, and here's another prescription.
so apparently it's a big fucking deal.
And he's like, we're going to keep your eye dilated for the next 48 hours. This was yesterday. I was like, okay, like, whatever. I guess you got to see something in there. And he's like, no, this is because your eye literally cannot handle any more inflammation.
Yeah, that's nuts.
He's like, I need you to just go home and relax. And I basically did. I basically slept all day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, take your fucking contacts out, folks.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, I guess that's the most serious thing that could pretty much almost happen while wearing contacts. I mean, it was bound to happen. You've been wearing contacts for 20 years.
Never taking them out.
Never taking them out. Like, something bad was bound to happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
And thankfully it was the end of the trip. And
yeah. So, I mean, that is good news. That you're on the mends.
Yeah.
You know. Well, because, like, I've seen you with, like, eye problems before. And, like, it's just Mary and her eye problems because she doesn't, like, because you'll get, like, pink eye or you'll get, like, an infection.
mm-hmm.
And it's usually not that bad.
Mm-mm.
This time was like, oh, shit. It was actually that bad.
Yeah. You weren't as nice to me as you should have been, though.
Are you kidding me? I drove you to the doctor. I walked you in the hospital. I've made you, like, 3 different foods. Like, I've...
Yeah, but on the way to the doctor, you were not calm.
It's probably because I asked you to go to the doctor, like, multiple times before I actually took you to the doctor.
But I had just woken up from the nap that I thought was going to make it better. And I was
And it was, like, at the end of my night, too, to where, like, oh, fuck, you know, like, it was a long day, like, I just got done doing a bunch of shit, and, like, got done cooking, getting ready to eat, and then relax and go to bed, and now all of a sudden, like, John, can you take me to the doctor?
I was not that sweet.
No, you
I
were
was
not.
bawling. I was like, I
You were
need
not.
to go to the ER now.
But it's like, which I was fine with, and I think you misunderstood. Like, I wasn't angry at you. I was like, because I needed shoes. I went to go change, and I was like, oh shit, I'll grab my shoes.
I
from
think
the
it
bag.
was just frustrating all around because John, like, is not used to me not being able to see. So then he's like asking me things like I'm able to see or asking me to do things like I'm able to see. And then I'm like, dude, I can't fucking see. I don't fucking know.
Well, yeah, you asked for shoes. So I was like, oh shit, I need shoes too. I'll just get them in the bag. I was like, Mary, what bag were they in? You're like, I don't know. I was like, well, the white bag or the black bag? She's like, I don't know. And at that point I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to go downstairs and find some shoes because I don't want to open up the wrong bag because I know how those things were packed. You know, so I wasn't mad at you. I was just mad at that. I don't know. I don't even think I was mad.
You're just frustrated and freaked out.
Yeah. You know, so.
But then your anxiety mixed with my anxiety.
Yeah. I mean, it could.
And then I was like having a full fucking breakdown. Full breakdown. I was like actually really scared.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was not okay. And then it was like, I don't know. It was pretty freaky. And I just wanted to call my mom. I just wanted my mom.
Mm-hmm. That's what's rough too, is like, I've been, you know, you've been sick a couple times since your mom's passed away. Like really sick where and like I'm a husband. I'd like to say that I'm a good husband.
No, you for sure are. And you've been taking great care of me.
But like, there's nothing better than like the calmness of a mother's voice.
Right.
You know, and like,
I
can't.
telling you it's going to be okay.
And like, I can't give you that. And I'm like, okay, Mary, well, this is what we need to do. Let's go do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what you need to hear.
No.
You need to hear like, okay, honey, just have John take you to the doctor. You know,
he's going to get you there.
You know,
I'll
like,
be there in 45 minutes. Just take some deep breaths.
Or call me when it's done and we'll talk about it and like this and that. But, you know.
I mean, but I was like and you guys can judge me all you fucking want. But I was like deep into my 20s before I ever went to the doctor or dentist or anything by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I even took my mom to my pap smear.
Yeah.
And you can judge me. I don't give a fuck. But I like, and I have severe dental anxiety. So like the first time going to the dentist by myself was like a huge fucking deal.
Yeah.
Anywho, so long and short, which you know, I called my mom in the parking lot crying. I'm like, can you just stay on the phone with me during my appointment? Anywho, so then like, you know, you're freaking out. You're like I knew you weren't mad at me, like, and you did everything good. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But then you're starting to get anxiety because you're like, oh fuck, this is actually really bad. And and I'm losing it, and it's just, you know, whatever. Anywho, so I have ulcer in my eye.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's getting better. Like one part healed up.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're just waiting for like the ulcer to heal up, right? The bad part.
I guess I don't have to do the antibiotics anymore.
Yeah.
So now I'm on steroids.
Mm.
Oh.
Well, it sounds like it's a scary call. I don't know. I think, you know, you probably need to listen to your doctor a little bit more. You know, your body is getting older.
I know.
You
I
probably
actually like had this coming to Jesus in the bathroom. I'm gonna book myself an actual doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Yep.
What bathroom?
What bathroom?
I mean, you've been in multiple bathrooms.
Oh, just now when I was putting my eye drops in.
Oh yeah.
Had this like, okay, we're gonna go, and I did a checklist of all the things that I need to talk to a doctor about.
We need to find a really good like GP.
Yeah.
I don't know if those exist, but it'd be nice.
I hope so. I have a cyst I need to have removed.
You have a cyst?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a pimple cyst.
Oh, pimple cyst. Okay.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I've had it for years.
Mm. I mean, I'm no better about going to the doctor. Like, I'll go to the doctor every once a year when my ear gets too bad. But
yeah, I have a spot on my forehead.
Yeah.
That I'm actually like really concerned about.
You need that to get looked at.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some blood work done.
Yeah, I mean, adult things, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I should probably do the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I probably shouldn't be so lazy about going to the doctor.
Yeah, don't get me started on yours because I think that's part of your issues with flying.
It could be. My ear hasn't been the same since I landed.
Mm-hmm.
It's been fuckered up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's for a different day.
And we got 8 more flights to take. 4 more flights to take.
4 more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Denver and then
Vegas.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to Vegas.
That's fine.
I mean, in theory, I would like to go to Vegas, but it's a lot of traveling between here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Done a lot of shit. Maybe I'll change my mind. I mean, I took the time off. But...
Mm-hmm. Well, I need to look at flights to see if it's even like reasonable for us to go. You know.
I mean, it's definitely gonna have to be a Salt Lake flight.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm. I think they only have one flight, and I don't know if it's seasonal or not, and that's the only problem.
Well, maybe I should just go because I'll stand by to Salt Lake and then, well, obviously I'll do Salt Lake to Vegas.
Yeah.
And then reverse back.
At that point, is it just fucking worth just driving down there?
I know.
It's only like 8-hour drive. I don't want to fucking drive though.
No, that's miserable.
Unless we like drive and accidentally stay in Moab and forget about Vegas and like, oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing too, right? Is it's not like accessible to get into Vegas. I guess I could look out of Pocatello.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at any of those flights.
Me either. One trip at a time.
I don't know. So that was our traveling adventures, but Disney
was amazing.
Disney was fantastic.
It was everything I wanted it to be.
We rode all the rides. We ate all the food. And it's like we people watched like crazy this trip.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so amazing, like the amount of people that are just fucking assholes and dicks and unaccommodating to their schedules. And it's like they expect Disney just to like stop the world for them.
Right.
You know,
it's like dude, you're one of 60,000 in here.
Probably more than that.
Right. Well, you know, that's
you know,
what I mean.
But like they won't have dining reservations, and they'll expect like their 15 fucking party to be able to get in. It's like, no, bitch.
Well, okay, so we did Bayou, which is one of the hardest restaurants to get into.
Mm-hmm.
And we walked up and we're like, hey, like, we know we don't have a reservation. Like, if you can't get us in, it's okay. But if you can, that would be super awesome.
Yeah.
And she's like, listen, I can get you in, but you have to agree to whatever table you get sat at, and you have to be respectable in the lobby. And you can't throw a fit when you get to that table. She said it way more professional than that, but that was the basic gist of what she said.
We're like, well, why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Like, of course, we're just sitting down in the lobby.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, thank you so much for getting us in. Like, we really appreciate it. And she's like, just so you know, like, if other people come after you and get sat before you, they had reservations, and that's why they're in before. And I was like, yeah, that's how this works, ma'am. Like, you're getting us in, and if we have to sit here for an hour, like, we have to sit here for an hour. Like,
yeah,
I appreciate you getting us in.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, thank you so much. And I was like, thank you. Like, thank you for getting us into a restaurant that's booked 6 months in advance. Like,
yeah. And like the thing, like Mary and I, we never do reservations because it's not like, and we've missed out. Like
there's times we haven't been able to get in.
But like sometimes there's just like, there's always a lunch rush where people want their stuff. And there's always like, not always a table available, but like, you could usually
but sometimes you can get lucky.
Sometimes
as long as you're courteous and you say, yeah, that's fine. And yeah, I understand. I may have to wait a little longer. And yeah, we can sit wherever.
And we've actually like done the same thing, like past trips and gotten prime time seating.
Yeah.
Probably
just for being fucking polite.
But it's like we don't care where we sit. Like obviously like there is better spots, but like we're there for the food to eat. Like, we could look around and still have a great time,
Exactly.
I feel like it was like that every single restaurant we went to. It was just like prime seating, good times.
Yeah, it was nice.
Well, we did book one reservation.
Yeah, the one reservation. I mean, but I enjoyed that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't like having reservations either because I felt like super rushed getting over to that like restaurant on time because I am not gonna be late. Like, I understand how the industry works, and it is what it is, and so that's why I don't like having reservations.
We usually only do reservations when there's like something that we need out of it.
Yeah, which this reservation was for a show that you got early access and like special seating, so we did like paid the extra for it, which I don't know. I saw the dessert package. I'll show it to you. Remind me.
But
I don't know if it's
the perk with
extra.
the dessert package is you get a table.
Yeah, but I think I'd rather just eat and then still try to get a spot like how we did this last time. I don't know. We can talk about it. I don't know.
I'm kind of like getting to the age to where
like,
we
can't sit on the ground
sitting
anymore.
On the ground for like 45 minutes is starting to become a little hard.
Oh yeah, I was struggling. The World of Color wasn't as bad though.
No. The fireworks was pretty bad.
Yeah, I wish we hadn't waited for those, but it's fine.
Yeah, me neither. I thought they were going to be better.
Me too.
More magical.
They were a little disappointing. But like speaking of like people watching, here's the thing is that
okay. Can I say a caveat with the fireworks?
Yeah.
It's the Halloween fireworks at Disney are not as good as like the regular fireworks at Disney.
Right. And we were stuck behind a tree.
And we were stuck behind 2 trees actually.
Yeah.
So we couldn't see anything. They didn't change the show from 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
it kind of is what it is.
Yeah. Anyway.
It was the only like disappointing part.
But we got to see the fireworks, so
yeah.
Kinda. Through a tree.
Which you always like want to see the fireworks, so I'm glad that at least you got to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, people watching.
Oh, speaking of people watching, okay, so like I don't know, I've been like talking with my friends at work, and one's like dating a new guy, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe he does this," and I'm like, "It's fucking bare minimum." Like, I don't know if you guys know, and I'm super grateful for this, and I probably shouldn't be such a bitch. So John worships the fucking ground I walk on. And obviously, and I'm like, you weren't nice enough when I needed to go to the doctor, right? Like, I know that. But, because I was having an emotional crisis and couldn't go downstairs and get my own shoes. Is really what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, there's just certain shit that when you're a husband, there's just bare fucking minimum that you need to do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
help with the heavy bags. Make sure that if I need something. Oh, you what?
Oh, I was gonna go grab another drink.
Oh, will you grab me a water?
Yep.
Like, make sure that your wife is good. Give her the last bite of food. If you have kids with you, like, assist with the kids. Like, don't make your wife pack the kids up the hill and you're just on your fucking phone. And there's just all of these things that I think are bare minimum. And being at Disney is like, wow, there's a lot of shitty fucking dads there. Like, and I'm not saying that we know everybody's story, but the amount of dads that were just on their phones, and the mom had like the stroller plus a toddler. Like, she'd be pushing the stroller, carrying a toddler, and have their backpack on the back. I'm like, no. And just knowing that my husband would never, like, even this trip, right? We had a heavy lunch bag box that like freezes and you can put food in it. We'd put 2 water bottles in it, and then we had like this big thermo flask, and he put both of those in his backpack. Like, he took all the heavy stuff. I had like Doritos basically in my bag. Like,
snacks.
Yeah, I had snacks in my bag.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't surprise me, but like, there's so many times I've seen like women carrying their fucking kids like with one arm. Just fucking superwoman and that shit.
Pushing a stroller with the other.
And like, what the fuck is the dude doing?
He's on his phone.
He's on his phone or looking around or holding a beer or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, maybe that's what works for them, but that would not fly in my house.
Yeah. Then there was this mom waiting for the fireworks in front of us, and her baby was crying, and her toddler needed out of the stroller, and the dad was just sitting there, and she's like, "Can you help me?"
Yeah.
And he would like refuse, basically. And we're talking tiny baby. I would say
that lady
under
was also
4 months.
breastfeeding. Did
Yeah.
you see that too?
Yeah.
Like, she's feeding her fucking baby. The other one is like throwing a fucking fit, and she's just like, "Do you want me to have my titties out for everybody, or do you want to help me?"
Right.
You know,
is basically how it was. And then he like finally reluctantly took the toddler potty, and like basically left this lady to like pack the stroller back up all by herself, and there's like a sea of people coming.
I didn't see him for the rest of the night.
No. So she like they had the blanket out and the snacks out, and he got up to take the toddler, and then they're like, okay, everybody needs to stand up. And they had warned us. They're like, hey, in about 20 minutes we're going to make everybody stand up. And she had like started to try to get stuff ready, but she was all by herself with the stroller, with the blanket, with the diaper bag, with this baby that I would say was
attached, a baby attached to her nipple.
Like, I would say this baby was like 4 months old.
Yeah.
Like, not very old.
Yeah, it was a little guy.
And so we're just standing there, and she's like, you guys can go around us. And first of all, my intention was to make sure that they didn't get trampled, because there was a lot of people behind us trying to make their way forward. And I was like, no, ma'am, like, do you need help? And she's like, no, just go around. I'm like, do you need help? Like, what can we do for you? And then you could tell she was just like utterly mortified. She's like, no, I'm good. And I should have probably just forced it. But at that point, I'm like, okay, I'll just let her be.
Yeah. She did say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm good though. I'm good.
Yeah. But it was just like seeing that kind of shit. I'm like, no, that's like bare minimum.
Well, and then we had like the lady to our left on her phone, and like kids would come up to her every now and again, and she's like, no, go hang out with your dad.
Yeah.
Like, I am taking a fucking break.
Yeah. She's like, I need 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And she sat by us pretty much the whole time we were waiting for the priest. She's like, no. And then her daughter came, sat her in her lap, and she's like, go sit with your father. And she's like, Dad told me to come back here. And she's like, I don't give a shit. If I see your face again, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Yeah. I was like, good for you, Mama. Yeah. Good for you. But I mean, we did see like a couple good dads. Like, there was this dad, you could tell he was all by himself at Disney with his 2 daughters. No mom in sight. You could tell it was just dad, because there was no diaper bag, there was no snacks, there was no water bottle. It literally was 2 daughters and a stroller. Like, that was it. And he like is holding both of them up to see the parade, and I'm like, that's how you fucking do it. I mean, I'm sure that Disney trip cost that dad so much more money than it needed to.
Yeah.
But
mom was probably taking the other kids for rides or
yeah,
some shit.
something, right? But it's like, I couldn't believe it. Like, the amount of, like, or we'd see, welcome in, welcome in. We're at the hotel bar, and there's this mom with her fucking baby and toddler.
Oh, she cracked me the fuck up.
All by herself. I'm like, and I could tell, like, dad was definitely with them, but she was like, basically told her toddler, like, you better fucking sit there and you don't make a sound because we are sitting in this bar. And
the toddler sat there.
Yeah, the toddler
didn't
was
make
good.
a sound, and she's like, "Mama's gonna drink this bottle of wine."
Basically,
and she did.
And she did.
And
I
like
was
she
impressed.
drank the rest of the bottle of wine. Did she get a roadie too?
Mm-hmm.
She got a road beer, and she's like, "All right, now we could go." I was like, "That's good parenting right there."
After a long day at Disney of basically being the only parent, obviously, if you're taking your child to the hotel bar because dad's a piece of shit, she deserves that bottle of wine.
Now, like, I love Disney. Like, everyone knows that we love Disney, right? But one of the things that, like, makes me so sad about Disney is, because we were just talking about people watching, the amount of people are just fucking assholes.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of breaks my heart because, like, you're in the happiest place on earth.
And you're just being a dick.
And you're being a dick. Like, there's people, like, saving seats, which is fine. You could save seats for your family, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, like, looking across because we just so happened to get, like, front row seats to the parade on accident.
Mm-hmm.
Just so happened to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I see this lady, like, right in front of me, sitting on the curb. And this person comes and walks and, like, stands right behind her to the left, right? Like, and she's like, you can't stand there. Like, kind of, like, fucking yelling at her. She's like, I have all this. It's like, bitch, you can't, like, reserve the whole fucking sidewalk.
No, you can't.
And it's just so fucking rude. People are fucking rude. And it's like, okay to reserve seats for your family. You sat there. Like,
but be polite about it. Hey, I'm so sorry, but my whole family's coming. I've been standing here for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I
like,
know it sucks, but could you give us a little space?
Yeah. But the thing is, everyone deserves the Disney experience. It's
welcome
not
in.
just yours.
Right.
You know?
But the thing I love the most about Disney is when Grandma and Grandpa are there together.
Yeah.
John and I saw. Okay. So we're waiting in line for a ride. And I see Grandpa backing up Grandma's scooter. I'm like, oh my God, that's so fucking adorable. Like, that's, you know, it goes in theme with, like, that's what husbands should be doing for their wives. Well,
I like flash forwards, you know, so I, like flash forwards, like, this is my fucking life in the future.
So Grandma, right? Grandpa gets off the scooter. Grandma gets on the scooter. And she takes off like a bat out of hell, and Grandpa's holding onto the scooter. And this poor little old man is just running after her scooter.
He's still attached to it.
We're like, oh, that's why he backs it up. Oh my God. So John's like, you know, she's been going full fucking speed all damn day. And I'm like, yeah. And every time we saw him, his left hand was on that scooter and he was going.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And like, we saw them a few times.
Yeah. Then there was this grandma. Oh my God. Her husband's like, fuck it. We're going to let you do what you're going to do. Was going through, and these lines are pretty tight. Like, you can barely get a scooter through it anyway. But fucking, this old lady, she didn't give a fuck either. You had to make like this turn, right? And you see one scooter go through, no problem. Two scooter go through, no problem. Here comes Grandma.
Is this on Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hits the rail. It's like
wrecks her fucking scooter.
Wrecks her scooter. Backs up, hits the rail again. Like, does like a 50-point turn and hits the shit every time. Literally, I'm not even kidding. The cast member removed the posts for her so she could get down the ramp. I see her, the same grandma. I see her the next fucking day. She hits a fucking curb. Gets off, looks at the curb, is like, eh. Like, at this point, I think she just like accepted that she was gonna have to pay for this scooter.
Yeah, she's like, fuck it.
like left the key in it and
Yeah.
everything. She just like got up and was like, "Eh." Like
That's
you,
what insurance is for.
you see her like bumper car, and then she looks around and she's like, gets off.
Shrugs his shoulders and everything. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, fuck it.
So I mean, so that was fun. People watching.
Or that one at the Haunted Mansion where they were letting the scooter in last.
Oh,
And it just like fucking goes full blow and almost like
Yeah,
fucking
she-
crowd controls a
she
bunch of
did. The
people.
guy, whoa, man.
Yeah.
Dude, these grandmas with their scooters, like it's some serious
like-
shit.
They probably don't have their driver's license anymore, and you're allowing them to drive
Drive a scooter.
scooters.
In Disney.
You know, I mean, I know they don't go fast, but fuck.
They do though when you're
Yeah.
like when everybody's
When they're fully
walking.
charged.
Yeah, when they're fully charged, dude. These things like take off.
Yeah, they're
I
fun.
was second to last day though. I was fucking that scooter. I was like, that scooter looks real nice.
Oh, I know.
Like you think she'll let me on?
Yeah. Maybe every time I see a scoot though, it fucking makes me sad for Grandpa Dale.
I
I
know.
miss that man.
So you guys, our last trip to Disney with John's Grandpa Dale. So him and Grandma had scooters, and they were pretty legit on their scooters. Actually, they did really good.
Well, they used to go like all the time to Disney.
Yeah.
With their scooters. You know.
So Grandpa had the system down. He would send each grandkid. He'd say, "I want to spend time with each grandkid," and so he would send each of us to a different ride line. And then when we'd get close to the line,
The front of the line.
the front of the line, and this was before they had like scooter parking and stuff. You like would hear Grandpa beep beep on his scooter, just park the scooter wherever we were online. He would jump over the like line rails and then ride the ride with you, and then be like, "Hey, see you guys at the next one. How about you get in line for Haunted Mansion, or
Yeah.
do you want to get in line for Splash Mountain?" We're like, "Is that what you want to go on, Grandpa?" And he's like, "Hell yeah, get in line." And then he'd be like, he would beep beep away, and we'd sometimes find him at the smoking section in between. If he'd be like, I thought you were getting in line."
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely seeing the scooters make me think of Grandpa and Grandma, because...
They were a hoot, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
I mean, great time, though. I mean, I definitely had a shit ton of fun.
For sure. It was a good time.
I mean, it surprises me, but not surprises me at the same time that we go to this place every other year, try to go every year. Sometimes we make it like 2 years in a row.
Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we don't, but not a lot changes. But fuck, man, like every single time I go, I'm just so happy for
So happy.
the duration of the trip that I'm there.
Mm-hmm. So happy.
Which is, it's amazing. I mean, we did get to ride Mickey's Runaway Railroad. That was
We
really
did.
fun. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. And we girl math the shit out of this trip, and so now we're broke.
Oh, yeah. We fucking girl math the shit out of it. I mean, it was basically free, right?
Father Brian, did you look up girl math yet? Yeah.
I mean, the way we girl math this is, well, we got cheaper flights.
Yep.
So we could spend more on tickets.
Yeah, so we could, okay, so basically how it is, okay, so
Girl math.
for
explain it.
example, if I have a Starbucks gift card, my coffee is free. If I save money, okay, so we saved hundreds of dollars on flights because of the way we fly. So then our adding an extra day at Disney was free because we saved all that money on flights.
Mm-hmm. Buying tires for the Jeep once they go on. So I bought new tires for the Jeep.
So they aren't free yet.
They're not free yet.
But when they go on to the old Jeep, the new tires are free.
The new tires are free because the old Jeep needs tires too. So the new tires are just bought. They're eventually going to be free.
Yeah.
So
my girl math with the tires is that they're 50% off. They're not
Yeah.
free yet.
Yeah.
But, or it's like, I'm trying to think of what else I girl math that I was like, oh, well, definitely anything gift cards. It's free. Yeah, but girl math makes you broke. For sure it does. Or it's like, okay, I want this pair of shoes, right? Okay, so give or take, each day is $120 at Disney together, right? Well, here's the thing is that if we don't buy these shoes to be able to keep going at Disney, if I don't buy a new pair of Crocs to make it through the last day at Disney, then I've wasted $120. So then my shoes are free because I saved the $120 that I already spent.
All right, so there's a good explanation on Fortune. It's if it's less than $5, it's basically free. If you return an item for a refund, you've made money. If you paid for a vacation months ago, it's free by the time you go on it.
Mm-hmm. Which means you have extra spending money.
Which means you have extra spending money.
Yeah.
So, and then like you could do that throughout your regular life, like video games. I think I could girl math every single video game.
Okay, so Diablo. Let's do this. How much did we pay for Diablo?
We paid premium price because we bought like the second version, so like $90.
Okay. And how many hours have we put into it?
About 200 hours.
So at this point, we're paying 45 cents an hour to play Diablo.
Basically free.
Basically free. And that's together. So divide that by 2. So each of us are paying 22 cents an hour to play Diablo. What other
and that price goes down the more you play it.
Yeah, the more you play it. So as of right now, it's 22 cents an hour for us to play. So it's less than a quarter a piece for us to play this game that we have spent playing this game. If we were not playing Diablo, we would be out shopping, which costs money,
mm-hmm.
drinking, which costs money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically free.
Yeah, it's basically free. I mean, there's so many other
you can
examples.
Like get it to where you start making math. It never ends.
Yes, every 3 months it does reset.
See, exactly. So it's basically free.
I basically made money.
Yeah,
like I'm making money playing that game
because we're not spending money.
We're not spending it.
Or it's like I saw one where this girl wanted new shoes, and it was like, well, those shoes have really good support, which means that they have really good support. So you're not going to have to go to your chiropractor as much. And if you're going to your chiropractor every 2 weeks,
yeah.
Like I've seen it get like pretty extensive girl math.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm almost there to where I could girl math LASIK eye surgery for you.
I'm there.
So
I am
every 2 years, you spend about $1,000 on your eyes between contacts, new glasses, new frames, and the doctor's visit,
mm-hmm.
right? About $1,000 every 2 years. LASIK is about $2,000 to $4,000 an eye. So in 6 years, you've pretty much paid for LASIK.
Hold on, let's add in this because I probably have spent $1,000 now on this doctor's appointment.
You could have paid for LASIK, which would have been free.
I know
if you would have got it, because you wouldn't have had to pay all these expenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is not going to be cheap.
Yeah.
Everything I just went through. The long and short, I have an ulcer on my eye from sleeping in my contacts.
Yep. But
wah wah wah. Yeah, no, I've definitely girl maths, and at this point, I'll probably hit my deductible with all of this, so I might as well go get all the doctor shit out of the way.
I mean, might as well. So.
Yeah, it definitely was painful.
Yeah.
Cliff Note version went to the walk-in, went to the eye doctor. Didn't think it was that bad. Eye doctor's like, I'll see you tomorrow. Still didn't think it was that bad. Went back today. He's like, okay, I'll see you Monday. John Googles it and he's like, bitch, you're lucky you can see.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
Change your contacts.
At night.
At night.
The big thing is like taking him out at night.
But, yeah, I mean, I haven't found any like big girl math stuff that I've come across yet, that other than my tires, but those aren't complete yet. I haven't completed the purchase on that girl math.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll figure out a way to like girl math some more shit.
I'm sure. We girl math something together. What I think just getting in the park was our girl math.
I think so. I almost girl math TV today, but you were having a bad day, so I didn't want to go down that road.
I was getting sick.
Uh-oh.
Like, and I'm not a motion sick person, but I was like,
just because one eye's super dilated, the other one's not.
yeah. So I have one dilated eye and one undilated eye, and I've lived 2 days like that.
Yeah.
So
It's a little rough.
So like my depth perception, and then I'm light sensitive too, and I'm walking around with these fucking. Think of like grandma in the grocery store that has just like the slip on. That's not even the clip sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's the like eye doctor. Like I was gonna ask him for another pair once.
They go on the other
inside. They go on the inside of your
glasses.
glasses. They just like sit on them.
Yeah.
They look ridiculous.
They do.
So I'm walking around like that, just, and I have no depth perception, and people are just all around me. See, it's not fun to have it happen yearly.
No.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. I think it honestly, if I can save up for LASIK, like I think I am gonna add a line item in the budget for it.
Mm-hmm.
But according to my doctor, that's not gonna happen for a while.
Yeah. Well, now that she's gone through this, the doctor is pretty much like, well, you were a good candidate for LASIK, but now that your eye has to heal forever, you're going to be waiting a while.
Yeah, he's like, you have at least 6 months before you can even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah. And like this eye doctor too, like he's not a dick, right? Like,
but he's direct.
He's direct, and he's like a no bullshit type of guy.
Yeah. I wonder if he's from the East Coast. I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah. And he told Mary last time, you shouldn't be fucking doing that.
He's like, it's fine till it's not, and you think it's cute now. He's like, you just wait till you have to come back and see me. It was probably like the most like frustrating / like satisfying / stressful I told you so.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was definitely like he was stressing.
Yeah.
When he saw me. He even had the Googles up to make sure he did the not the Googles, but like the Metapedia or whatever up to make sure he did the eye drops in the correct order.
Oh, really? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't do this often enough. I need I need directions.
He's like, I can't fuck this up. I have a abnormal eyes thing, so they test it and dilate it me every year. See, I hate being dilated. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's not good that you have an abnormal eye thing either. It's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's...
Now you know.
Now you know.
Yeah.
At least he grabbed the handbook and didn't wing it. Exactly. And he definitely was stressing. I mean, apparently it was really bad.
Yeah.
Is the long and the short of it.
I mean, if you Google eye ulcer, there's a lot of things that can happen if you don't take care of it pretty quickly. And the thing is about them is they develop within like 24 hours. They can. And then they could go from bad to like really fucking bad really quick.
Yeah. And he said, he's like, it's really good that you went and got those antibiotics right away. Oh, and then he told me, because I was like, at first I kind of thought it was just pink eye. He's like, did you have pink eye a lot as a kid? I was like, yeah, we had cats. And he's like, I don't think it was pink eye, ma'am. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, I think you were just getting infections because you're allergic to cats.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, sometimes allergies just present in your eyes.
Damn.
And I was like, okay. I don't know why you have to be so fucking sassy with me, but just kidding. I was like, oh, I had no idea. What do you think about me getting different contacts? And he's like, you're not getting different contacts. Like, you aren't wearing contacts for a minute. Like, get this idea out of your mind. You're stuck in those glasses. Can you see out of them?
Forever.
Yeah. And he probably sees how fucking dirty they are, too. And I was like, oh, this bitch.
So, back to Disney for a second.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
you're
think,
fine.
yes, we did catch it early. We caught it within a day and a half.
Yeah.
So being in Disney, right? Obviously, they have a lot of Star Wars stuff. A lot of Star Wars stuff. A lot of Star Wars stuff.
Sorry,
I mean,
am thinking about trading my Leia pin to everybody, and the lady being like, "Okay," I'm like, "I don't want it."
that they actually have their own little world there. So Mary, like, I'm not the hugest or biggest Star Wars fan. It's been well known and documented, but Mary is pretty much not dedicated time, but she's going to dedicate time to watch all the Star Wars because she hasn't watched all of them. Like, I'm not a Star Wars fan, a huge Star Wars fan. Like, I will appreciate Star Wars, but I've also watched every single one of them except for the last one. That way I could be honest and subjective in me not being the biggest Star Wars fan. So Mary is going to go on a journey and watch
watch all the Star Wars
and watch a shit ton of Star Wars, which I'm a little worried, to be quite honest, because like Mary's more into fantasy than she is sci-fi. She likes sci-fi, but Mary's a huge fantasy person. She loves like Lord of the Rings. She loves Merlin. She loves like all the fantasy stuff, right? You're a fantasy person.
Mm-hmm.
And Star Wars is fucking fantasy. Like, it's huge on the fantasy. I mean, it's a galaxy a long time ago, or a galaxy far, far away a long time ago. Whatever.
It feels like a space battle, what I've seen, and like.
I mean, it is, but it's in the past, so it's not really science fiction.
Okay,
you know?
that's
like,
fair.
It's sci-fi fantasy. It's mostly fantasy, so you might like end up really, really liking it.
Yeah. It takes a while. Oh yeah, all the series and all the movies.
So I think we're gonna do the movies first because that's kind of like at least the first three, as in like the first ones that came out. Well, like we'll go. We won't go chronologically. We'll go like when they actually came out because I think that's how you're supposed to watch them, right? And then we'll go with probably Rogue One and maybe Han Solo. And then, which Rogue One I actually really did enjoy. That's actually my favorite Star Wars movie that I've watched. And then we'll probably go Mandalorian and this new one. I mean, we'll skip through some of the other ones, right? Like the ones that
I've actually heard Mandalorian's really good.
Yeah, me too.
Like outside of like Star Wars fans. I googled how to watch them a while back, and wow, yeah.
So like if Mary ends up really loving Star Wars, like nothing against her, it might make some good conversation though, because
we'll see.
But I'm a complete Trekkie. I stand by it.
Well, and that's kind of the thing is, so because I like never really was introduced to Star Wars, and like my family was huge Trekkies. Like I remember watching Next Gen with my dad like constantly, and then you and I have gone through all this series start to finish multiple times. So like when in Disney, you on the Millennial Falcon, you get to be a pilot or an engineer or whatever. You get to fly the spaceship like actually in the ride.
Yeah, they have like 4 different positions. They have like captain, and then like someone that moves the plane up and down, someone that shoots the bad guys, stuff like that.
So I just pretended that I was like
Janeway or something.
Yeah, like because I got to be the captain, so I'm like Janeway, Captain Janeway. So which I mean was fine. Like I was able to like just pretend that I was in Star Trek.
Well, I mean,
obviously, Rise of the Resistance was like kind of lost on me. I'm like, yeah, this is a cool ride, but I'm like,
I mean, that was pretty awesome ride. I will say that. I do think, which is cool about Star Wars and what Disney's doing with Star Wars, is like the Harry Potter phenomenon, right? That like happened like when we were teenagers, and
which
like,
I am sad we missed out on.
And we totally lost out on all the lore and all
which
the
we
fun
should probably just.
I mean,
read all the books and watch the movies.
It's a little late.
You're saying it's a little late, but you're trying to get me to do the same thing with Star Wars. I was
about ready to explain myself. It's like since the rejuvenation of Star Wars is still super relevant, and they're pushing new fans to it. like with Harry Potter, it's like if you're not an old fan, you have to like you're almost not welcome, right? I mean, you're welcome, but like there's just so much time missed with like the movies and the books, and getting into like these little offshoots.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really like worth it? I don't know. Maybe not to me. I'm not really huge into fantasy like you are. Maybe it'd be worth it for you. But like Star Wars,
I
like
mean, I should probably at least read the book since I
they're
read
like
so much.
really trying to get new fans into it. So it's like it's still a good time to become a fan with Star Wars. You know?
I think you're just hopeful so that I want to hang out in that world. Are you secretly liking Star Wars?
No, I just don't want to put my biases on you because you might actually like it. I mean, you have been with me for 16 years now.
It's true.
We had an anniversary last week too, by the way. Shit,
yeah,
I forgot about that.
We hit 16 years, guys.
We hit 16 years.
We did not celebrate our anniversary. We did.
Not on the day.
No, we slept in separate beds. We didn't talk to each other. Like, and that's love.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's how we like that. If do you know what's funny though is like I'm acting like we had this like huge blowout fight and it was not even that dramatic.
No, it wasn't. It
was dramatic for us.
It was just stress and trying to figure out how the fuck are we gonna get somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing. It's like if I get stranded, like somewhere.
Thank you.
I hope it's somewhere cool. Not fucking Salt Lake City.
Oh my God, John, you're so. Let's just move on.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
I did put a caveat at the beginning of the show. If Mary walks away or I walk away because I'm super pissed off because we brought up past bad memories
I know.
of last weekend's shit show.
Traveling. I mean, we got a big adventure out of it. We got to go into San Diego and take the train and like
get to talk about it now.
Yeah, we made it. This would be a whole different conversation if we did not make that train.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we would have rented a car or something.
Yeah, I mean, we would have made it, but at some point.
Yeah, I mean, good thing. I don't know. I think we need to go to Disney a little more often.
Dude, I don't know if you know this, but it is expensive to go to Disney.
It is. Or maybe like, I don't know, go somewhere else. We do a lot of traveling, but like Disney is like the only place that I feel like I get to like
relax and enjoy.
Relax, unwind and enjoy. Like I feel like everywhere else we go, it's just still like I'm still tense and I'm still like, does that make sense?
No,
like,
100%.
I come back and I'm still like the same ball of stress I was before.
Well, and my problem is when we talk about going, yeah, vacations are like a job depending on where you're going and what you're doing. Like, and that's the thing is like when we talk about going on quote unquote vacation, right? Because we only really go on vacation like every other year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I want to spend all my money going to Mexico for a week? And here's how John and I are. And I just fucking know this is how it would be. We would get there. We'd be so excited the first day. And then by the night of that first day, we'd be bored as fuck and ready to go home.
Mm-hmm.
We honestly, I could see us like day 3, if it were a 5-day trip, trying to get on a plane to come home.
Yeah, it's like we're too squirrel, squirrel. Like if there's nothing to squirrel about, if there's no nuts to chase, then like, I mean, I like drinking. You like drinking. I like sitting on a beach, swimming sometimes,
but not for 5 days.
But not for 5 days. That's like a Vegas trip. It's like there's only
quick overnight.
There's only so much like drinking and stuff you could do before it's like, okay, I mean, that's not fun. Like,
and I will tell you, in Disney, like we can be totally squirrel. We walk in with no plans. We have like a general idea, right? But we're not committed to any one thing. If I'm like, oh, let's go in that shop, John's like, okay. And then like all of a sudden we're in line for a ride.
It's like, how the fuck do we get here? I don't know.
And we had a snack along the way.
Yeah.
Like we literally were like, okay, we're going to get this food over here. And then John's like, hey, Indy's only 15 minutes. And I was like, that's basically walk on. I girl mapped the ride.
Yeah.
I was like, that's basically walk on. We better just go do it. So we do that. And then it was like, well, I want a beignet. So while we're waiting in line which that was not the snack we were getting. We were supposed to be getting barbecue. So while we're in line for Indy, he's like, okay, I've ordered you a beignet. We just got to pick it up when we're done. Which we're like, okay, we got to go get the beignet. Then we sat and ate a beignet. And then we're like, oh, we were going to get barbecue.
Yeah.
So it's like 2.5 hours later, we're finally getting barbecue.
And I feel like we do that anywhere else. Like, it
would like waste our whole day.
Can you do that anywhere else?
I don't know, because it's not like, oh, we want to go jet skiing, and then just kidding, we want to snorkel. Oh, just kidding. Like, I feel like everything has to be so planned.
Yeah.
And my life is so planned anyway that...
And we're work planned, but we're not planner type people.
Mm-mm.
Like, we plan to get to a destination that's half-ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we take the days off, and that's the amount of planning we do. Like, we literally bought the plane tickets to go to where we were going the day before we went.
So we're supposed to be going to Vegas, and we don't have a hotel. We don't have shit. So it's like, I don't know. Are we going to Vegas or are we not going to Vegas?
We'll find out the day before.
Basically.
Because we took the time off.
Yeah.
So we're doing something.
Yeah. Who knows? We are going to Denver next weekend, though.
Yeah. We did plan that.
We have tickets.
And a hotel.
But we have I had a hotel booked, and we were supposed to go to Lagoon, and I still have Lagoon tickets in a hotel that are just out in the wind. So that's why I can't make committed plans, because, well, one, the way we travel with the standby flights, it's never a guaranteed that we get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And two, we just sometimes don't do things. Like, we have woken up and been like, yeah, we don't feel like doing that no more.
Yeah, sometimes we just don't show up.
We're not good friends. You don't want to be our friend.
I tell my parents all the time, because my parents are always like, you guys are always late. I was like, no, bitch, shut up. We are not late.
We're always on time if we're going. If we're going, we're on time.
We are not late. We just don't show up. There's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We let people know we're not going. But you know what? This time, and I think that's why our friends in Seattle were such good friends, is they knew that about us.
Yeah.
So they never gave us the option to drive or make reservations or plans or nothing. They would literally make it for us and then be like, hey, we're going to be at your house at 6.
We'd be like, oh shit.
We did not have an option.
Wait, hold on. You're going to be at my house. I remember one time he just shows up. He's like, hey, John, we're going to do some drinking and barbecuing today. It's like, okay, sure. Let me think about it. Nope, I'm on my way over to pick you up. Let's go grab some beer. I was like, oh shit, okay, I guess we're doing this. So
I'm saying, if you ever want to see us, that's what you have to do.
You have to pick us up.
In fact, sorry, this is what made me think of it. So this trip, we didn't invite anybody to go with us. It's just been here was my logic, and I guess I should have explained to our friends why we didn't. Because we actually had multiple people that were like, we want to go to Disney when you go to Disney. And I feel like a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't tell anybody, and we just went. But it's been a rough year. Obviously, we moved. My stepdad died. I'm still dealing with my mom's shit. I changed careers. John got a new job. We barely have time for each other anymore because our jobs are basically we sold our souls to corporate fucking.
It's gross.
Grind. I don't know.
Gross.
And I was like, you know what? I want this trip to just be us.
Mm-hmm.
I want to eat when I want to eat. I want to sleep when I want to sleep. I want to get to the park when I want to get to the park. I want to stop and eat my lunch when I want to eat my lunch.
Mm-hmm. No plans.
And it was nice to just wander.
Mm-hmm. We did a lot of wandering.
Mm-hmm. It is the grind. Ugh. Sometimes I just wish that here's the thing is that I wish that money didn't matter so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, I will be completely honest. I think outside of Disney, we live very frugal lifestyles.
Mm-hmm.
Very frugal. I mean, we buy in bulk, we vacuum seal, we don't let food go to waste. I discount shop. My clothes come from Goodwill.
I think we live frugal in some aspects, but we definitely choose to spend our money on stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we buy like sometimes we'll buy like nice dinners because John loves to cook.
Mm-hmm.
So like tonight we had lamb because it was on sale.
Mm.
But I mean, I literally buy my clothes from Goodwill.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't get my nails done. I do get a pedicure every other month.
we still haven't bought brand new furniture.
Still haven't bought like brand new furniture. Like we need a bed in a bad way. So, but it's just such a bummer that I have to work this hard to like just maintain our lifestyle.
Yeah, it is nuts. I mean, because if
That
you go
is,
back
like,
to like
nothing.
the, conversations that we've had plenty of times, like we don't buy furniture. Like
Yeah, furniture is expensive.
we usually buy it used or get it gifted or find it on the side of the road pretty much.
Yeah, that's how we got the fridge downstairs.
Yeah. And that's how we get our furniture. And like we don't have
Yeah.
any furniture that we've actually paid for here.
No, you know what? We do. Because they had that patio set for $79
Oh,
at
you're
Walmart,
right.
and I bought it.
You're right. I forgot that.
Yeah.
But
I
like
love road furniture. It's like my favorite.
like you said, like we live like a frugal lifestyle, and we do like go on some nice vacations every now and again. But other than that, it's like, what the fuck,
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the fuck are we working so hard to buy used furniture?
Exactly.
And
I will say, like, this trip we went.
I don't mind
all
used
out,
furniture.
but-
That's not what I'm trying to say. Like, I love my used furniture.
Yeah.
You know.
But like Denver will be, but even Disney, I say we went all out, but we still ordered food to the room. We made sandwiches each day. We took snacks.
Budget hotels.
We stayed in a budget hotel. Like,
We did standby flights. The only full price thing that we paid for in Disney were the tickets themselves.
yeah. And we had 3 nice dinners.
And 3 nice dinners. But it's not like we stayed at a Disneyland resort.
No.
It's not like we got like some of these packages. It's not like we paid first class tickets.
Mm-mm.
We didn't. What else can you do there that spends a lot of money?
The only meal I actually regret is Carthy's.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But we had a good view.
Yeah, and it was nice. We had a good time.
Yeah.
The meal wasn't great, but we had a good time, and that's what matters.
Good cocktails.
Was good cocktails. So other than that,
I don't know. It's weird.
Mhm.
Like we could talk about. I mean, because theoretically, if you like look at it on paper, we should be doing.
we should be balling.
We should be balling.
But with inflation, we're not.
We're not. Like we moved to a place that has more affordable housing.
Mm-hmm.
We're making more money than we did in Seattle. And like, there's a lot of times.
Our bills are less here, and we have less money.
Exactly.
Like our bills are less, we make more, and we have less money.
We sold a car.
Yeah, I don't even have a car.
We have cheaper insurance. So like our utilities are way fucking cheaper.
Yeah, our housing is the same.
Like we're making more money, but I feel like we're not doing as good as what we were in Seattle just because like inflation is.
Yeah, could you
real.
imagine if we were in Seattle? We would be like
right now we'd be fucking in a cardboard box.
Yeah,
struggling.
100%. 100%.
Struggling pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I see like the price of beef and shit or food in general. It's like, god damn, like mayonnaise? Why is mayonnaise $10 fucking dollars? Like, why is mayonnaise that fucking expensive?
I'm actually like literally worried about people being able to eat.
Well, okay. You know what pisses me off? Today we were at Big Del Outlet and don't interrupt. I'm going to do a big, huge thing, right? And we were at Costco beforehand, right? And you were like, oh man, tampons, they're super expensive, right? Which they are. And I go to Big Del Outlet and I see on one of the boxes, it's like end period poverty. It's like, bitch, if you want to end period poverty, then like have your products not be so fucking expensive. It's like, this is outrageous how much tampons cost right now. Like, you want to end period poverty, lower your fucking prices. That's the fucking problem. It's not me donating to the cause. It's you, the manufacturer, lowering your prices and maybe handing some shit out for free.
Agreed.
Like, I hate how like the middleman, the people that are actually working, have to donate to these causes to get fucking money to people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that was my rant.
No, agreed.
You know?
Well, because that same box used to be $10. The one at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
So well, it's normally like 12, and then you could get it for like $9.95 on sale. So I'd always watch for the sale.
Yeah.
But today it was $20 on sale.
And that's fucking ridiculous.
And I was like, oh my God.
It's like you can't even afford to have a period now. You know? You can.
Yeah,
That's
I
like,
can't afford tampons. Don't worry. But
I know, but some people can't.
no, I mean, there's been times in my life where I couldn't. Like, where I like literally could not afford feminine products.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just like I did not have the money.
I mean, yeah.
I remember like looking for change to buy fucking tampons,
Mm-hmm.
which it should not be that way. But sadly, we live in a world
anyway,
of overabundance.
digress.
Yeah,
I digress.
agreed. The 1% do want it all. I don't get it either because it's like stimulate the economy. We live on nearly an empty street. Yeah.
But anyway, that was my rant for the day.
Yeah. But I don't know. It is crazy. I mean, I'm super grateful that, like, you know what I mean? Like, although I'm like, that's fucking expensive, I can still buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because there has been times that I was like, literally could not. And like, was looking for change in the couch or whatever, you know, whatever I was doing. Because, you know, at that point in my life, I just didn't have money. And there's like the ebb and flow with that, you know, but yeah, no, I agree with you. And yeah, that's the other thing we do. We shop at this like discount store. It's called Big Deal Outlet.
Love it.
They have basically expired food, but we still buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much stuff that doesn't sell at other places they get. And they have like
just random shit
just
there.
random shit.
Actually been buying my makeup there.
Yeah.
It's probably expired.
I don't know, but they've been
YOLO.
Their prices have been going up like crazy too though.
Yeah. Today I was like, dude, that's not enough of a discount for me to feel like I still want to shop here.
No, because like you used to be able to like, so we have like these coffee pods, right? And they're kind of expensive. But when we used to go there and shop for them,
they were like $3.
They were like $3, but they were expired. It's like, fuck, you know,
Yeah,
expired
whatever.
coffee. Who gives a shit?
Today
right?
they were $8. And I was like, dude, I'll pay the extra $2 to like have the non-expired. We go to pantries, equally expired, but free.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's crazy. It's crazy shit. Crazy world we live in. That's for damn sure. I don't know. I think that's all I got. You have anything to add?
No, I should probably, like, I'm kind of getting a little, you could probably tell I'm petering a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a little dizzy.
So, all right, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with us.
And listening to our shenanigans.
Oh, yeah. We love hanging out with you guys, and we'll be back on sometime, hopefully soon. But until then, everyone have a great
Thanks
week.
for jumping in. I'm going to download Podbean so I can jump in your guys' lives when you're in.
For sure. You guys have a great night. We love you all. Bye.